All right, we're back. Live and on air again.
Thankful to be alive.
We lost half our table, but we're still here. Are those hot?
You find out. So.
Wait, one on the small one.
Just a little small one there. Just a little bit of a little snacky snack there. Just.
Do you guys love me enough to let me have a cigarette in here, please, so I don't
care.
vanish to the outside?
Apparently, it's all good. Yeah.
No, I'm asking because if it's going to bother anybody, I'm not going to do it.
I guess I'll.
It won't bother
Do
me.
you have an extra one?
Ah.
I mean, it's open enough.
No, I know, but I hate smoking it over non-smokers. It bothers me.
We all just gave
all
us.
smell like a bar room.
We all just
Well.
said, okay.
I'm trying to be a regular on the show. I know it's your guys' show, but I'm trying to be there. I'm also like TAing a course and shit. Like.
What is that all about?
Okay.
I'm a coder by trade, I guess, sorta. I'm thinking about doing medicine, but anyway, right now I just happen to hear about
You
it.
can still smoke.
Okay.
There's a sequel for Professionals course, and I hope the people out there, they're already like, making however much bank, and they're like, oh, let's take a sequel course, and I'm there to be like, okay, this is how you do this, that, and
So you already know how to do it, or you're taking the course to know how to do it.
I already know it. I already show them, and God, I was doing this 10 years ago. Like I'm like looking at how easy to have
when
it.
you were born.
When I was born. and you said you had an extra one for me, by the way. But what do you mean when I was?
Because you're Asian, or part Asian. So
I am.
Therefore,
Oh my gosh, shut up.
As far as I know, I'm pure blood Asian. There might be some English, Belgian, Italian in my bloodline, but that's not confirmed, I guess. But thank you.
Interesting.
I hope.
Yeah, talking about TV shows, I've been watching Shogun. Have you seen Shogun?
Hell yes.
You have?
I'm trying not to watch series.
I don't watch TV.
I
I like documentaries.
It's on Hulu.
I do like documentaries.
I don't watch TV. And I have it because my son, we have it in the house.
Darling, it's okay to have a bonding experience with your son.
Oh
Just
my
watch
God.
Shogun.
Oh, I barely see that kid. Like, he's got a life, I've got a life, we've got lives.
I thought it's stepson.
Well, if I was going to make a move on Sean, I'd be like, hello, stepson. Hold on.
Oh, God.
Let me finish.
Oh,
let me finish. Hello, stepson. Have you watched Shogun today? This week's episode, it is fantastic. There's some military Japanese shit happening.
And he would be like, yeah, probably, because you guys are the same fucking age.
Your kid would hate me so fast, like.
That's funny. Shogun is like Gladiator, sorta.
Ew, is it? Okay. I may watch it then, dude, because I
Okay.
totally dug Gladiator. That was a great movie.
I don't know. Okay, of course the season has not ended yet, but I'm trying to get to the end. But what it seems like is a white American joins Japanese.
American?
He's
Sir.
yeah.
England.
That's not the same.
You're right, totally right.
Hey.
But he looks like a white guy to me. Oh, he's Asian.
He's pretty white. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, they call him barbarian. The Japanese call him barbarian because he doesn't speak Japanese. He's got all these English customs, and
Yeah.
he swears like a mother.
I
like
love
it's I love it, right? Like
It's a good
So it's on
good
Hulu.
show.
God, you guys are gonna be. I'll watch parts of it. Dude, I'm super busy in the next 5 days. So
if you want.
What
No,
day?
I would.
Do you have a day off?
I do.
Because I killed most of it on a day off. I was like,
I'm busy on my day off. I got other shit to do.
I hear you.
Flicking her bean.
Shit. No, fucking making money.
I'm kidding.
Fucking no. Dude, I barely have time to do I barely have time to do this.
But we're glad
Thank you
you're
for showing
here.
up.
I missed you guys.
Oh.
I'm serious.
Eric, how's your life as of late?
Good.
Buddy, that did not feel
Babe.
convincing.
Baby.
What happened
Honey,
to-
baby,
no.
sweetie.
Let's talk about the hand. What
We
happened to
are
the
your
hand?
friends.
What's going on?
We are your friends.
It's coming
You're
from all
in
angles.
the hug.
No, I just gotta write. I have to find out. I have to realize what I want. It's just a hard answer.
Talking about as far as the business concerned or bees? Or
Life.
both?
Life.
Life?
Life in general.
Buddy, that's a deep
Can
question.
I give you a little bit of wisdom, just a tiny bit, just because I'm a little bit older than you?
Mm-hmm.
But no, seriously, like, I, even at my age where I am now, like, I have, like, little goals. Like, I want this in this time. This is what I want in my 5-year plan, you know what I mean? And I'm still on track for my 5-year plan, even though I've taken, like, 600 different routes that I didn't expect that I was going to take to
Holy
get there.
shit, that is so true.
Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, as long as you know you're choosing, like, just make the fucking, even if you fail, you didn't fail, because you have to fail forward.
Hold on, let the man talk. Choices.
No, and I'll let you say
and-
whatever,
and
but
dip-
I promise you, like, that is the fucking key. That's the key that unlocks the lock.
So you have goals, do you?
Would it help you with whatever goal you might have, or what are you trying to do?
There's no goals.
There's no goals? Okay.
So then
So
I don't
wants.
say make 10, make 2. Make 2.
Just a big old empty pocket.
What the fuck you mean empty pocket?
it's
You
not.
have your own business.
Your own business, yeah.
We're asking you to be like a comedy, part of our thing we're trying to do here, and then you're
Think I'm funny right now?
I don't know. It may be the serious face there.
it's for everyone watching at home. That's the funniest thing that's been said on the show. Like, I don't even know how he did it right now, but okay. Is it about?
I want to play this game.
Okay.
That means skip it.
Okay.
We're gonna skip it.
All good. My family's trying to push me into medicine because they're all, software engineering is not working. You haven't done this for so long, and I'm literally teaching people how to do SQL and shit that I've done 10 years ago. And these people that get paid like $60,000, $100,000 a year, they're like, oh, this is new. I never know how to do this view
Yeah.
and shit. Like, I'm showing them how to do this shit, and I don't know.
Don't do something you can get paid for.
Do something that you can get paid for, like your full time, and then like on your off time, that's your side hustle. That's how you make the side money. Seriously.
I do have a buddy that was like, hey, can you help me with this video game I'm making? I'm like, maybe. And he's like, oh yeah, we make every time someone sells it like 20 or 15 bucks or something. I'm like, okay, that's something, I'm thinking about it, and then
Side hustle it. If it's not going to cost you any money or minimal amount of money, if it's under $200 and you can side hustle it, I side hustle supplements. That's what I do. I side hustle styling people. That's also what I do. Like, and do as many things as you can get your hands into.
Yeah, I'm looking for a part-time job, working from home, preferably, because I still want to do my computer repair.
hell yeah.
Right.
But then sometime I have down days. I can just log on a computer somewhere at home and then do something
Hell yeah.
online. So I figure I got more downtime than what's needed right now. So computer business pays the bills, but I always need extra money.
Right.
You always need savings. You always want to buy something. A car may get, break down. So I always need extra money. I just got bill paying money. So
Right.
looking for something that's part-time, I can work from home with my own computer, my own hours. I'm looking for that. Any info? Nope.
Upwork.
Upwork?
You know what Upwork?
Yeah, but
How did that go for you? Like,
okay. I don't like Upwork because you don't get as much as you think you should get.
okay.
Let's say, for example, when I fix a computer, I charge $75 a person. Really it's per hour. But if you do, Upwork, you're getting like $35.
Some of
So
them.
and then a lot of times you got to drive way out to go do this work.
You drive to Upwork?
hmm
There's a remote gig, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Well,
Like,
no, the one time I did it, it was like I had to sit at I guess, not really a library, but just their personal office to log on and talk to other people.
Yep,
So
yep.
I'm like, I don't. That's another thing. I don't like to do over the phone customer service. Trying to tell somebody who don't know nothing about a computer how to do it. It's like you wouldn't say, hey,
Walk them through it.
yeah, and you wouldn't say, hey, I need my oil change. Can you walk me through this? No. You
Fuck that.
you
That's
take the
oil
car in there.
Shit, that's complicated. Like, computer repair is complicated too. Like,
Yeah,
Don't
so
forget to put the plug back in.
so there's a list of stuff that could go wrong, but they're like, oh, my computer don't work. Well, what's not working? You got go down the list and figure out what's going on. Then that takes an hour. All you gotta do is give it to me. I find out what's going on. Give it back to you. Very simple.
okay.
So over the phone, I don't like it. customer service like, oh, I gotta talk to you for 3 hours now. It's not gonna be worth it. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion.
Shauna, side hustles.
Mhm.
Thoughts? What's worked for you? What hasn't worked for you?
Supplements always worked for me. I lost 260 pounds, so I was almost 500 pounds.
Supplement. I'm talking side hustles. And
That
you're
is-
talking
that-
supplements.
Straight up side
Selling
hustle.
it, selling
I sell
it.
it. It's a side hustle. It makes me money. Matter of fact, once upon a time, and when I first started my weight loss journey, I was making about $5,000 to $6,000 a month just on selling supplements because I had a huge team.
Hey,
Okay,
I'm Shauna. Here's the supplement that worked for me. I
get to speak at a convention in June in front of like, I don't know, 10,000 people about my journey and like how I got to where I'm at. And I'm like fucking nervous as fuck.
We'll give you some jokes.
Right.
Okay,
Because I've spoken in front of like 1,500 people and that was scary enough and I fucking blew it. I have it on video and I fucking completely blew it.
okay. When you say you blew it, what do you mean? You like?
I
Lost
I
your
fucking
train of
choked,
thoughts?
dude. Like I straight up choked, and this was not the moment to be choking. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling like my story, and I did get sidetracked, and then I looked into the audience, and my significant other looked pissed.
Why?
Why? He's supposed to be supporting
Supporting
you.
He looked so irritated because all of the attention was on me at that moment.
What?
And I could see it in his face, and I got shocked, and the back of my brain was like, what the fuck? And I that's it.
Oh.
I went like this. And
Well,
I was
okay.
like, fuck, this was like my time. This was my moment to shine, and I fucking jacked the whole
Oh.
thing.
Baby girl.
Yeah, we're not together anymore, obviously.
I think it's funny that
But yeah, it was a hard, and like I went backstage, talked to the CEO of the company. He like hugged me because like, dude, he changed my life. I lost 100 pounds with his company.
Good job.
You know what I mean? Like, and he was a friend. Like, if I needed somebody to talk to, I could like, boop, boop, boop. I need to talk to you right now. And he would stop what he was doing, CEO of the company. And like, I know his children. I've played with his children. I know his wife. And he was like, oh my God, you did so great. And I knew that something was off and they were selling the company. And we were going up an escalator. My significant other was with me. And he's like, what's going on? The whole vibe is off. And I said, they're either selling the company or they're going under, one or the other. And we walked in and that's exactly what was happening. They were selling the company. And I went, I called it. I knew it.
So here's a question. You said you sold it. Was it? I don't want to call it a scheme, but was it like a pyramid scheme that?
No, so
you had to.
people mix pyramid schemes with multi-level marketing. It is not
That's
the
what I'm
same.
looking for. Yeah.
It's not. And the reason why I say that is because like you can't get to the top without having X amount of other people with you side by side. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not just, oh, you got signed 50 people, so therefore I'm making all the money. I'm going to make a small portion of that, but you have to make your first leg long enough. I was very lucky when I first started. I had somebody who was in fitness. He still is. He still does like personal training and stuff like that. He had a team of 20 because everybody that he was training was taking the supplements, and they all did great. They still reach back out to me. I still talk to them. When I got back this time, because I only have like 30 pounds to lose, I went public, but I didn't go super public with it. This is more for me. This is something that makes me happy. Like, dude, I should be great with the fact that I've lost 260 pounds.
Good job.
Here's my question next. How would you market? Would you just talk to people at a gym?
That's,
or do you go
honestly, social media, how I built my following
Yeah.
is because of that. When I moved to Nashville, I went, all right, I still had 100 pounds to lose. I met my hairdresser, Nan Nelson. She knows everybody in the music business. I started adding all her friends. And then I met this person. I met you. I met all of these other people and started meeting people and adding those people as friends.
Yeah.
And that's how I grew my following. That was it.
Yeah.
But like, you have to network it like that. Like, follow me on social. Follow me on, I don't care. There's nothing on there. If I don't want you to know, you're not going to fucking know.
So
And you have to treat it like a business. Social media isn't my social, like, you don't know who the fuck I am unless you're with me.
because a lot of times I try to market this particular, the podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how should we do that? I've made a group. I've sent out links.
I just think we just need to grow the page, and even if we need to throw some money in the advertising part where it throws it out in front of people that aren't in our market, not in our market, in our local market, but not in our friend group.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. Target the people within 25-mile radius of where we are.
Okay, that's on Facebook. What about YouTube? How do you? I mean, we're taking the
I don't
links
know
from
about YouTube,
and
but I
putting
know
it on
TikTok.
Facebook.
I'm super close. I'm almost at 5,000 followers, which is nothing.
On TikTok, really?
On TikTok. But that's nothing compared
Well,
to...
yeah.
Dude, I had a TikTok famous fucking couple come into my store yesterday. And I was
Store?
like, I know
100,000?
them. I was like, wait a minute, how do I know them? And I figured it was from the store because I fucking work in the public.
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers was like, oh my god, that TikTok famous family. They live here in Nashville. So we added each other and they want to come and do the podcast because they've never done a podcast before.
What? Okay, yeah.
They have 137 followers.
That's
Here.
it. Oh, here. I was like,
137,000. I'm sorry,
Thousand.
thousand.
yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, and her baby was so fucking cute.
That's hilarious.
But no, she was like, oh my god, I haven't done a podcast. And I was like, ma'am,
Yeah.
do you want to come do a podcast? Like, blast this,
Let's
and
get,
we will, yes.
let's get a blast boost. Like,
So she was super sweet. But there's a couple other TikTok famous people. I had them on Slick's podcast.
Yeah.
And then Cody. I want to do Cody too. 'Cause
Yeah.
Cody, oh my god, he's so funny. So fucking
He
funny.
is. I hate that.
Watching him grow from like the beginning of his comedy, like he was just trying to get into comedy, and then like COVID happened, so like I watched him through TikTok grow. Like that was fucking badass to see. It was.
I love it when he does his character. Crap, what's his name?
The doctor.
He's the doctor, but then he also plays the
other guy.
Yeah, what's the
Whoever
other? I can't think
I
of
don't
his
know,
name.
Clarence or some fucking redneck.
It's hilarious.
But he plays
That is
both
hilarious.
parts, and it's, dude, he doesn't really go out that much. He fucking hangs out in his apartment and just TikTok. I get it.
He really cracks me up. I follow him on TikTok.
Comedic Cody.
Yeah.
I find it really.
I don't know how many people it was. It might have been close to 1,000. I did a musical where I was in front of people in nothing but a loincloth. And
What?
I'm hoping that group of audience members / children
Oh God,
were,
no! Look,
you know, not terribly reactive. Okay, some of the shows were adults only. Okay, and that's whatever. It's like 8 o'clock in the evening. It's kids only. But then all of a sudden, it was like a 3 o'clock show. I'm like, okay, why are we doing a 3 o'clock show? Oh, it's just children, and I'm up here in my okay.
That's hilarious.
Musical. What's
What
up?
musical
I'm
was
It was like a Nanyehi. It was a female Cherokee warrior leader around
Okay.
Revolutionary times. She was a phenomenal woman, really powerful, a fantastic story. We had people come out here from the actual like Cherokee Nation and everything. It was a really great and well-written show. That being said, yeah, they were like, we need another person in the musical. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll play. Oh, you need me to be in a loincloth. Now you have to sing too. Nanya here. Like,
dude, I was a theater kid. I did theater from middle school all through high school. Loved it. Loved it. Done great musicals. Hello, Dolly. Like,
hello, Dolly.
I hired this girl, and she was in. I was in Alabama, and she went to the School of Arts in Alabama. And I was like, so what do you do? And she was like, I sing. And I said, really? And I said, do you want this job? And she said, yeah. And I said, we're going to go where the acoustics are really good. Will you sing for your job? And she was like, are you fucking serious right now? I was like, please, I want to hear you sing. So we went to where the acoustics were really good, and like right when you walk in to where like the concession stand is,
Yeah.
because the ceilings are real high. And she fucking belted out Hello, Dolly. And I was like, you're hired. We are still friends now. She ended up becoming an attorney. She's a lawyer now. She's all grown up. She's married and all of that. But yeah, dude, it was unbelievable. It sucks that she didn't live here in Nashville because she probably could have been on stage.
For sure.
Her voice was, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, you can sing. All right.
Do you have any talents?
Me?
Yeah.
too.
She takes 2 fingers on a regular.
That's not the one.
That's hilarious.
Talents. I don't meet a stranger. I feel like that's a talent because most people are shy away from other people. And I literally can sit in a room and know everybody. I can sit at a bar and end up knowing everybody. My mom always told me I was going to be famous. She says it every time we go somewhere. She's going to be famous someday. Like, thanks, Mom. Okay.
Yeah, that's very true about you. I have the face that everybody wants to talk to me, and then I know how to not
Because you have a welcoming face.
not
You're
to
always
be
smiling.
rude or mean to them. So I was like, yeah, I guess we're having a conversation now.
Monty.
I was like, here we go.
Whatever. We met kind of met like that. We were friends on Facebook before we met in person.
Wait, that's how you treat me all the time.
Oh!
Well, look, I'm always nice to everybody I talk to. But so it could be a conversation that I want to be in or not want to be in. You're still going to get the same money.
Hold on.
That's rare for a Cancer, too.
Eric.
Well, that's
what's-
very laid back and reserved for a Cancer because most Cancers are not like that.
You
They
still
don't want
got
to be in the conversation they're on.
you got your arms crossed. What's up? You feeling?
No, here we go. No, leave him alone.
I want some shady maple.
Some shady. Oh. Shady maple. Look at this, cameras over here. It is. Oh my God.
The biggest buffet you've ever seen.
Biggest buffet I've ever seen. Go to that.
Bellagio looks small.
Makes the
I
Bellagio
don't
look.
eat at buffets. I can't.
No,
It
you.
makes me. I can't.
You'd get sick.
Yeah, because I
You-
don't eat that much.
So much food,
Seriously.
it's unbelievable.
It's not so much
Tour
as
buses.
tour buses. It's not so much as a buffet as it is that every little bit they put into their food, it's made from
Love.
scratch. Love. I had a
We're recording.
Are we doing
okay.
Yeah, we're
All right.
Introduction.
First date etiquette. I'm getting to know the girl. I'm asking questions like, "Do you have any brothers or sisters? What was it like growing up for you? Were your parents supportive, or were they distant? Things like that. What about the rest of you all? What's the first date etiquette like?
What are you asking, or are you just saying you were on the first date?
I thought we were going to talk about strippers. I drove all the way over here.
Damn.
Do strippers smell like cocaine? Or does cocaine smell like strippers?
A little bit of both.
You know.
I swear to God, I put somebody through college. Had to have. Not my kids, but somebody's. That's why I used to go to strip clubs a lot. I was had an addiction. No, I'm fucking with you. My friends, I've probably been to a strip club my whole life. I went in Vegas a couple times, maybe 10 times my whole life. And after about the 5th time, when you got daughters, my friends stopped taking me. Because they're like, you try to save every stripper that sits down with you. You try, it's like, you don't have to do this. You know what I'm
You
saying?
don't have to do this. Go to a trade school.
Yeah. And he goes, you know what basically you're telling them is they do some dirty shit that they don't really have to do. You just bring it up and just let them know. But I just feel like,
And the strip club manager's watching the corner, oh, I can't believe that guy's in here. All my
I
business.
worked at Deja Vu's the bouncer for 2 months.
Ooh.
I like strip club
He knows Malcolm.
DJs.
You know Malcolm Douglas.
They're great.
Strip club
Work.
DJ.
All right, and now coming down the strap, Destiny. Get your dollars out, guys. All right.
I told somebody, I said, every time you go in there, there's always a fancy car. Mercedes or whatever.
Yeah.
I said, I went to a strip club at a truck stop and got a dance from a girl named Buick.
Did she back it up?
Coming out of the main stage. It's Buick. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll here's what I'm going to tell you about first date etiquette.
Here we go. First date etiquette.
Okay. So, about 3 months ago, I met this black girl. I never dated a black girl before, so I was nervous to go on a date to begin with. So I'm thinking I got to delete everything in my phone in case she sees all this racist bullshit. And
Oh my fucking
So-
God.
but anyways, so we get to dinner. Now everybody can admit that a first time dinner's or a first time date is kind of like there's some pressure there. You know, you're wanting to say the right things, do the right things. We get there, and Monty will back up this story. She says, "Hey," she says, "you're a comedian." She goes, "I got jokes." I go, "Oh, that's cool, you know." She goes, "Do you know what my favorite kind of jokes are?" I go, "What?" She goes, "Racist jokes."
Oh.
And she goes,
no.
"Do you know any?" And I go, "Is this a fucking test? Like, do I know any?" And she goes, "Yeah, like, you know." I go, "You mean against white people?" She goes, No. She goes, "Black people." Did she not, Monty?
Yeah.
And I go, "Be honest with you, I probably know every fucking one." And she's like, "Well, can I tell you one?" She told me about 2 or 3 racist jokes, and every time she'd tell them, she'd elbow me and the people around, and we're all like, "Oh my God." You know, we don't know. So, what's the etiquette on that? Should I have told her
Still
something?
dating.
I am so sorry, Black community. I try to get along with everybody. That being said, how was the sex game? Worthy to keep it going, or like what?
The sex game.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
He's still on the bench.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one for sure. It's
Monty
on
goes,
the
"Be
bench.
careful. She's just going to want dinner." And I said, "Well, I got to buy dinner anyways, regardless of what color she is." "Yeah, but they get to-go boxes and all kinds of shit." But so I get to dinner, and back in my head, I'm thinking, I only got so much money. Like, I got, you know, like, I got bills and shit, but I want to be impressive, but, you know. And she sits down and she goes, "I'll just take a sushi appetizer and a water. I'm a small eater." And I was like, "Fucking right you are, a small eater." I'm like, "You don't want
Sushi
I go,
appetizer?
"You don't want dessert?" I go, "Let me just get you a hibachi entree just in case." I said, "You could take it home in a to-go box if you need to." And she's like, "I mean, that's cool." Yep. So, but she's really a sweetheart. She's a good girl. And we ended up not dating because I told, you know, my family, and they were like, "We can't have black people." So, but Monty, we love Monty. He's an honorary member. We just took a family photo, and he's in it.
Yeah.
You can't see him, but he's in it. Were you not in my family photo?
Yeah.
And don't you feel like you're
At
family?
Eastside Bowl. I just
Yeah.
took him there last week.
But don't you feel like we're family?
Yeah.
Honest God.
Yeah. I've been
I
knowing
tell
him-
Monty I love him every day, and my kids call him Uncle Monty, which is kind of weird. But I'm like, he don't make rice, you know. But I love him, so I appreciate you inviting me over. It's a cool spot.
I've been invited you over here.
Everybody at home, it's between, you know, the game in the bed versus what they say in the streets. Like, you know, it's the streets versus the sheets. It's
So
whatever's working for you.
I heard that a guy's, like, I couldn't figure it out, so I kind of looked it up. Why the certain individuals wear their pants lower. I guess in prison it means something.
Yeah.
Like you're for sale.
Yeah.
You're putting it out there. I don't think these guys have read this. these guys in the streets that can't run to save their lives.
I don't get it. It's the black thing that I personally don't get.
Yeah.
Do you know what's 12 inches long and white? Not a fucking thing. Not a damn thing. Not one thing.
That's a
She
lie.
said I was the biggest
I'm
white.
like, that's a lie.
She was like, "Oh, well, God bless you. Thank you
I
very
know.
much. All the white men in the room appreciate you extremely." But she told me I was the largest white man she's ever been with. So I don't even know what that means. You know what I mean? I'm like, "You been with any Asians?" You know what I'm saying? Like, how impressive am I? So,
One of the greats.
you know
over
why
here.
Asian kids don't believe in Christmas?
Why?
Because they have to make all the toys.
Hey, Asian delegation over here. Asian delegation over here. We you know, somebody's got to make the toys. You know, I apologize on behalf of the community if that's too racist.
I joined Tinder today.
Ah,
You want to hear what I wrote?
I thought I seen you.
Yeah.
that's what it is. He's lonely.
I wrote, "I'm a situation looking for a situation."
I like it.
Yeah. I'm wild and I'm crazy.
How's that gonna work for you?
As fuck.
For you?
But I wrote AF as fuck. So.
Balls deep in the squealing hog,
Yeah.
firing AK-47s like he's crazy over here.
And
Like,
then I wrote, "I'm hung like a white guy and I have a boat." That's
That
what I-
says so much right there.
Yeah.
what do you, ladies? He's single. What are you waiting for? Like,
Yeah.
My so Raven, my oldest daughter, she put me on Plenty of Fish,
Yeah.
and so I put her in charge of my dating app. I'm like, say some good shit, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get laid. And but before she did that, I had this idea, and I go, I want to put the caption. There's an opening caption, like you said, under your photo, whatever. Plenty of fish. I thought I was being creative. I thought it'd be funny. I said, looking for something I can mount on my wall. And then I did the little fishy symbol. That was up there maybe 5 minutes. Ray was like,
I would have gone.
but that not that somebody would have found that funny, and that's why I'm looking for the person that would like that.
Steve has the right idea. Like, you'll find that one girl that loves that. I would have gone for, looking for the Billy Bass singing fish that'll sing when I,
Oh my God, I haven't heard about the Billy Bass fishing forever. That was like a Christmas thing. That was like with the Furbies
It was
and
huge
shit.
when it.
Be happy.
Oh my goodness. And you couldn't shut it off.
Oh my God.
My uncle had one that had a motion sensor, maybe they all did. Never fucking fail. I'd go out in the garage and he had it right on the other side of the door. Scare the living shit out of me.
A fucking singing fish in 2003. Like, that's insane. Like, hello, welcome to the future. We have a singing fish.
Could you imagine if you went back in the future and they were like, well, what do they got? Like, how fucking advanced are they? Like in 97, 98.
We're in
like, we got fish that can sing, Fuck.
We're in
Pop
a
that.
We're in a year 2024. We're gonna go around in a circle. Go ahead. 2024. What's new? Like.
What's new?
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody's gossiping about somebody else.
Gossiping.
That's the new
You
thing.
get all angry right off
That's the whole thing. Everybody got the Diddy.
For me,
and
or
the-
like in general?
In general,
Cats
who cares?
and-
Like.
Nothing's different.
I'm like,
Monty's been telling the same jokes for 20 years.
I
got
don't
a
know.
sunburned
Everything's
dick.
kind of different.
Yeah, I got a sunburned dick. I went too long in the tanning bed yesterday.
Ooh, some ridiculous thing.
I'm liking this guy. He's open. He's honest. He's sharing with the community as a whole. Because here's the thing is, somebody's going to go to a tanning bed tomorrow and go, almost got me.
Yeah,
But thanks to Big Dick with the boat.
half the time it's too long.
Ladies,
You gotta
big
start
dick with the boat.
55.
If I get real cold, it looks like I got 2 belly buttons. Anybody else?
Okay, I work with software engineering. Every CEO keeps thinking, "Oh, I have AI. I don't need software engineers." No, sir. You don't. You need somebody better. And 2024. I can take nudes of myself on Snapchat, go into private mode, and it's like it never existed.
Oh my God, that's a
great
lie.
word.
Don't let them tell you that.
I had AI do
Baby.
one of my dating apps. Hand to God. It was fucking amazing. But what was hilarious is when you read it shit and then looked at my photo above it, it's like me with no sleeves on the bus doing my show. And underneath it, it was like, there was a plethora of reasons why this you don't. I'm like, I'm like, what? But here's what I
So many
tell you.
big
Here's
words.
what's dangerous, I think, especially for Nashville, for AI. Okay. I can take my phone, and I've showed thousands of people. I don't think I have it on my phone no more, but I can take my AI and I can go to the bottom where it's like, text where you want it to do a resume or tell it to do whatever. And I'll say, write a song about a bunch of friends in a shed doing a podcast in the style of Garth Brooks. That's all I say, and within 5 seconds, we're watching it scroll by. First verse, chorus, second verse, chorus, outro, everything.
So we're behind, is what you're
But here's
saying.
what's
I'm behind.
But here's what's crazy.
Fuck.
Here's what's crazy is I said one time. This is what scared the shit out of me. I said, write a song about my daughter in the how proud I am of her or something in the style of whatever. The first line had my daughter's name in it.
Nuh-uh.
Did you ever say her name?
Never said her name.
Oh my god.
I don't put my
that's your
kids
baby.
on. I don't put and it was like. But here's the thing: is some of those songs are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And all a person has to do is take that, change that line. You got the whole basis of everything. And then where's the fucking art in writing music? Like, there's no when the AI writes it, they haven't been broke up with, they haven't had their heart crushed, they haven't went through shit. They're just going, and everything on the surface looks good, but there's no
heart
emotion to it.
Yeah.
It's not going to grab a hold of it. There's some shit when you listen to it, you go, oh, that motherfucker lived that. You know what I mean?
I sunburned a penis.
Did P. Diddy ever come back?
7 minutes too long.
No, I don't know.
P. Diddy never came back?
I don't think so.
I don't care.
Shauna, you were saying about how AI affects kind of what you do, or like. Or maybe close to like lyrics.
Mm-mm. No, the AI.
The AI. Okay, so they know your name or something, or like.
Oh, if you've been carrying around one of these in your pocket for the last 15 years, they know everything about you.
Yeah.
They know what you're doing. They know you're just not big enough to come get. They don't give a fuck.
That's why I pay every ounce of tax that I owe.
Every penny.
Every penny
Every
goes
penny.
directly
The taxes are paid
to
for.
save the brown fucking owl.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I love you guys. Thanks for doing what you do and keeping us
And
all
if-
so safe.
And if you
I wouldn't have shot down the balloons over Utah either.
Dude, if you really think that it doesn't listen to you, why do you think that ads pop up? Like, of course it
Oh yeah,
listens
yeah.
to you.
Everybody's seen that.
It's the biggest. Oh, I'm gonna get in it. I'm knee
Purple
deep in it.
dildos.
Purple dildos.
Here's how immature I am. Hey Siri, what's my nickname?
She's at
You bad
lunch.
motherfucker.
Australian swimsuit model, by the way. But here's what's fucked up: is I'll ask her to do shit, and she'll go 1 second. And I was high the other night, and she goes 1 second. And I went, "What the fuck is she doing?" And she's, you know, is laundry? Is she changing out a dryer somewhere?
No,
Like
she's
her whole
scanning
fucking
the
job
data.
is to be ready for me to say some shit.
She's scanning the data to find it. That's the scary part.
And how about this? And I bet I could do it right now. One time, I said, I was going to ask Google to do some shit. But by habit, I said Siri first.
Yeah.
Then I realized, and I go, okay, Google. And this bitch right here, she goes, well, that was awkward. Let's see if she'll do it. Hey, Siri. Okay, Google.
Not exactly, but I offer no resistance to helpful assistance.
Damn. She talks about
Bitch.
you.
I'm like, I can't divorce her. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucked.
You're bonded
I'm like, if you're going to be a
forever.
bitch, at least you're going to be a fucking Australian swimsuit model.
I have a guy with an
That's
English
just-
accent on my phone that does all my, like, directions.
No,
For
Australian
iPhones.
was the choice.
Oh.
Swimsuit models up there.
Jesus.
Like a bad motherfucker,
Oh
too.
yeah, down under. I get it.
Oh, my God.
I think
No,
Bush
I-
is coming back actually.
So, do you think Biden runs this round?
Wins? No.
I'm not going to talk politics, but other than that. Does he think he runs?
Runs? No.
No, I mean, not for president. I mean, just anywhere.
No.
Blah,
You can barely
blah,
walk. What the fuck
blah,
are you?
blah,
Can't
blah.
even
If
go
there's-
upstairs.
No,
If
I
there's
just
no
wonder if he's
stairs
going to run
involved.
again because they said that, you know, and I thought it was crazy that a Kennedy got in the race and fucking people died on a bridge, you know?
Oh, Jesus
Ted
Christ.
Kennedy reference for the older people out there.
Nine-
Oh, my God.
91
Sir,
crime.
sir.
91 crimes. He can barely push a $175 million bail. Like that's the problems he's having right now. In addition to like, oh, we don't want you to recount the Georgia votes. Oh, we don't want you to go ahead and recount the fraudulent votes. Like he keeps taking L's, and Biden's crushed him across the board.
I'll
Go
tell
ahead.
you what. I'll tell you what. Monica Lewinsky, you know how that scandal really started?
On her
It-
knees.
No,
Did Biden?
I met her one time.
Really?
Did Biden
And she-
fuck another?
No.
Okay. go
And
ahead.
she told me because she was like, we had a chance to sit at this airport and talk. And what she said was that there's 3 floors, the White House.
Mm-hmm.
And when she first got hired, she was there to like clean and I don't want to say a maid, but that's what she was.
Yeah.
But there's 3 floors, and she said the first day, she asked President Clinton which floor he wanted her to start on. And he said, well, start with the one above me, then below me. And you know what I'm saying? It's just enough. So
Eric's taking
that part they
mental
don't put in the
notes.
history books, though. Fuckers.
Finn. He wants
Dude,
to be a
that bitch
comedian.
saved the dress. Fuck her. Fuck that dude. That's some. Look,
It's gonna be worth some
if
money.
I don't care. If I'm fucking somebody like that, it ain't for money. You better fucking be
Fame and-
swinging.
If Shauna, if you fucked George Clooney and it became into a big scandal the week after,
It
would you
wouldn't happen.
would you save whatever outfit you're wearing?
No.
Why?
I wouldn't. Nobody would know.
If I fucked George
Nobody.
Clooney, I wouldn't have a thing
Not
on
even
when I
my
did.
best friend. Dude, not even my best friends would know. That would be
Oh my
to the
God.
grave.
No,
That'd be my
I would
own
tell-
little. I took that with me. That'd be my own shit.
So
Fuck nobody.
here's my scenario. When I was in high school one time,
And Joe, George
somebody's
Clooney's okay.
buddy's fucking around, and my buddy goes, "Would you suck a dick for $1 million?" He's like, "Fuck that ain't enough money." And now I got fucking almost evicted last month. I got fucking car payments through the roof. All I'm saying is, if there's a guy watching this podcast with $1 million, get with me. Just give me a chance to say no.
I'm
You
not.
got $1 million cash, I would fucking be amazing. I'd have technique. I'd cradle balls. I'd do all kinds of shit for $1 million. And I wouldn't hide it. Tell
Stuff
everybody.
that girls do fucking for nothing.
Steve's not gay, but $1 million.
That's a lot of money, $1 million. No taxes,
No taxes.
but I'll pay all the taxes I'm supposed to pay. But no taxes. I ain't fucking blowing somebody that having taxes taken out. I'm not gonna get fucked twice.
If I'm gonna swallow in this deal, if I'm gonna swallow in this deal, there needs to be another. Don't get into my fucking. No.
You know what I would do? I would finish and go, "Hey, let me ask you something. What do you do for a $500,000? You know what I'm saying? Let's see where the night goes.
What are we talking
We're
about?
already here. You know."
We had a podcast episode before this about fisting. $500,000.
That's five. $5 million.
$5 million?
No taxes.
No taxes.
I'll tell you a funny story. You know the guy, ShamWow?
Yeah.
Yes.
So me and him,
You're gonna love my nuts.
yeah. So ShamWow, we were doing a pitchman competition in Vegas, and I won the competition. And so I met him while we were out there. And Billy Mays had just passed away, and they were looking for somebody to fill that spot. That's why they were having the competition. So here's how my luck goes. I'm supposed to meet up with him when he gets back he's going over to Japan or Thailand or wherever he went. And I'm going to meet up with him when he gets back, and we're going to start this fucking process. And then I could have left my wife a lot sooner. And but here's what happens. He goes to Thailand, gets a Taiwanese, is that what you say?
Yeah. No.
Hooker. I know that one.
Taiwanese is.
Thailand,
and
Taiwanese.
and takes her back to the hotel
Two different
and
things.
finds out she's got a penis. So they're in there. He's got about $8,000 of meth that he's going to lock himself in this fucking deal and do meth. That's why his face was always fucked up. And he goes. So now he gets in a fucking fight with the Taiwanese dude with the penis.
Ninja.
Yeah, and they're fighting and shit and whatever, and she's clawing the fuck out of him. So he goes down to the lobby and calls the cops. And the cops get there, and they're like, "Well, how did this person get into your room?" And he's like, it's everything's kind of calmed down now. They're like, "No, we know who that is. I just want to know how he got in your room." He called the fucking cops in Taiwanese,
Oh no.
Taiwanese police to come up to his room where he had a hooker with a dong and $8,000 in meth. Have you seen him since? No, you have not.
Because he got robbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be a Thailand hooker, Thai hookers most likely because they, that's how they do out there. If you buy a Thai hooker, there's a chance that you
It's like, who told the story?
who told the story. You
How
have a
about
big
ShamWow?
Is the
swinger.
guy still alive?
I don't know. We should look into it.
I look at
Yeah, I ain't either.
It's an
I've had $1 million
Interpol-
ideas, and I think it through, and everybody's like, "That'd be fucking great." I'm like, "I know." So I was gonna put a book out, and I was gonna put all my shit in this book because I'm not gonna fucking do it, right? And I was gonna have all these $1 million ideas, and my book was gonna be called $30 million Ideas If You've Got the Energy to Fucking Do It. And it's like, oh my god, this is
Sell a million there's your first million.
oh my god.
There's nothing wrong with being Thai and being whatever lifestyle you choose. That being said, if you say something different than what you are, you're gonna piss people off. Like, yeah, I'm a Thai hooker, and then you have a big old 2x4 swinger.
Yeah, it happens,
It happens, like
especially in with the ShamWow guy.
with the ShamWow guys. That he's selling ShamWows for prison.
8,000
Like,
of meth is a lot.
it
And
is.
over in Thailand,
Why would you
if you
do
get
that?
caught with weed, it's like fucking, you're fucking done. And it's legal for the
Shit.
residents, not for the people that need to
The
keep
tourists.
fucking making money and spending it. But I had a guy, Pattaya, Thailand,
Yeah.
Okay.
and he said, "Man, you can live like a fucking king on like." He goes, "I took $3,000 over there. I was there a week, And I was looking up the room rates, and they're like suites at these just beautiful whatever, and the ocean view and the water's gorgeous.
Yeah,
$35 a night, $35 a night. He said, and I looked it up. I went right home and was like, this motherfucker's. Anyways, he said he had a fucking table full of food. They were putting their drinks on other tables. They ate everything on the menu, and he said it was $35 when he got done. A plate of food over there is like $1.50. Now, you got to go to a country that North Korea is about to fucking smoke. But
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? Is that not the deal? Stop North Korea before they stomp the shit out of Thailand?
North Korea.
So I gotta go soon.
Fucking let's go.
North Korea has it wrong. Let people live how they live. Fucking Thailand's got it made. North Korea, leave Thailand alone for real. Like whatever they choose is whatever on them. But like $35 for that kind of a feast, I can't even imagine what the rent might be like.
How much
Oh,
tequila have you
I will tell you this. I think
That's a
really,
fair point.
from what I researched, I think it's all nasty, dirty, fucking greasy, weird men that go to Pattaya, Thailand. Because every one of those girls look like they're fucking 12. And I'm like, and the guy that told me about it, he's like, man, she said, he goes, I told her she was too young, and she was like, I'm 30, and showed me her ID. I go, yeah, that's fucking valid. You know what I mean? How about the fact she looked fucking too young? Let's just start there.
holy
So you're
shit.
30? Yeah, fuck it. I had a girl one time on a date. It was around Halloween, and she sent me a picture of her as Dorothy from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's cute as hell, you know? And she goes, well, maybe I'll wear this sometime. I go, how old was Dorothy? And she goes, I don't know. And I fucking researched it, and Dorothy was like 12 or 13. I'm fucked now. You're going to have to put on some other shit, you know? How old was Tinkerbell? Let's just, go down the list.
I think I was like 100.
When you've got girls, 25, 20, and I got a little girl about to turn 11, she just hugs on. Oh my gosh, she thinks Monty's the best. She don't really know him.
If we're on the podcast, if they're old enough to drink, 21 at a bar, we're good. Like it's sketchy sometimes. Like you gotta check these girls for their like.
I think if I'm dating, I'll be 45 in June. I think I'm gonna cut it off at like 35. I don't know why, because under 35, if I make movie references, they're like, huh? I had this one girl, she just kept fucking asking questions after. I was like, fuck, I'm like, how many times have I got to lie about this shit? And I said, you're very inquisitive. And she goes, what's that mean? I said, exactly. That's exactly what it means.
Wow.
So, but I honest to God, that's horrible. Because of my girls, Raven's like, Dad, I'm 25. I said, yeah, what if you had a stepmom? It's like 20. She goes, I don't know if I can stepmom. Don't even bring that shit to the house, So now I got to send all the pictures that I find to her. And then she goes, oh, yeah. I sent one. I was like, this girl's kind of cute, And Raven zooms in and she goes, oh, that's all filter. Look around her lips. She goes, there's no way she's that old. She goes, she's way older than that. And I zoom in and I'm like, oh, is that a cold sore? What the fuck, But I don't know. It's just with girls, that's just the thing. Same thing. With strip clubs. I'll go to a strip club and party and drink and have fun, but to really get into it on that level, it's almost impossible. And then I'm in there saving them.
If you're in the strip clubs, you're online dating, make sure you have your research, make sure you have your facts, make sure they're 18 at least. Make sure.
Ted, you're hot.
I will tell you
A
this.
little bit. I make sure it's at least 21.
Here's one
but-
of my $1 million ideas. Tell me if this. I just need to make the shirts with the bumper stickers. That's where I'm at. I'm like, fuck it, I ain't going full force with this. So remember back a few years ago, I don't know if it's still a thing, it's Carfax. Mm-hmm. Is that still a thing? Mm-hmm. Check the Carfax? Okay.
Is it the pussy facts?
So
or
I was,
what's
at the
going on,
I was at the Rusty Nail, which is a good place to inspire what I'm about to tell you.
Here we go.
All right.
I wanted to come
We're
up with
all
a.
in it to win it tonight. Okay, cool.
I wanted to start a company called Barfax, right?
Nice.
So you got a girl you're going to talk to, you know what I'm saying? And you're out on the prowl. You're looking for like a one owner. You know what I mean? Blonde, maybe blonde one owner, no luggage, trunk, whatever. And I was going to have the shirts made. Our little thing was going to be a beaver instead of the fox. And but I thought Barfax is fucking great, right? But here's the deal. You got to shop the older models because you put a bra on an IROC Z and some new headlights. Fuck, it's new to you,
I love those balls.
And they're great, aren't they? And especially the ones that went over the headlights that came out.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. And served no purpose whatsoever to be out there. And because here was going to be my slogan: bar facts. You don't want to get home with an automatic and find out it's a stick shift. I was also going to start a company for.
You should still do that. No, stop talking. Don't tell anybody that.
Yeah.
That's fucking brilliant.
So I was also going to start a company for the gay community as a cab service to go, because they first of all, if you've ever been to a drag show, a play or whatever, it's amazing. It's amazing. A lot of fun.
That was a great show.
Yeah, and I go there and flirt with the guys, and I'll tell you why I do that. I'm not into guys, but they start buying drinks. My buddy goes, "Why do you do that?" I said, "I can't tell you how many drinks I have bought for women over the years, and they had no intentions on going home with me and didn't tell me that, just let me buy drinks." I said, "I'm getting some of those back, so if you just fuck off and leave me alone." But they always build those clubs in the most seedy, shitty parts of town, right? And I always said I was going to have a club and a cab service. My club was going to be called The Closet. And our slogan was going to be, once you come in, you won't want to come out of the closet. And when you walked in, where they took your tickets and money, after you did that, when you walked into the club, you walked through like nice suit coats and shirts and all that, like you're walking through a closet and then it pops out and there's a club. Well, when they get done, my cab service is out front, Luber. Right? Just like Uber, but it's for the gay community. It's called Luber. And my slogan was going to be making the ride home as comfortable as possible.
Slick as possible, baby.
In and out. Luber would be great.
Oh my god.
So that's going to be in my book of shit that I got this far with. And I don't care if anybody hears it, because if they heard it, I've already said it, so I own it. But outside of that, as soon as somebody else do it, and me go, "That was fucking good, wasn't it? Told you to make money." Yeah.
For anybody,
Back to my eviction.
For anybody at home, Steve has had a million ideas, and I'm surprised he's not a billionaire by now. But
I'm not that good.
This is off the charts right now. Like, I don't even know what to comment on with what he just said.
Well, at least you know what you want.
Here's my other one. They got the Chia Pet.
Yeah.
I wanted to have the Chia Pun. It looked like a little snatch, right? And you put the grass wherever you want it to sprout out, right? And somebody said, "Well, I think they already have that." And I said, "Well, yeah, but mine doubles as a toothbrush holder." So, and then for the black community, I was at a comedy club one time. It was the all black club. And I said, "Anybody in here struggle with ashy skin?" This black woman, "Not you!" All pissed off, right? And I think I'm helping. I'm not making fun. But I want to come up with a product called, it's a lotion. We sell it in the ethnic section. It's called Smack That Ash, right? And so we got different levels of moisture, right? We got Smack That Ash, Back That Ash Up, Punk Ash Bitch, whatever. And, but here's the thing is, fucking Will Smith's evil wife, she was on to what I was trying to do, but she's fucking stupid. Tell Will Smith his wife's a fucking dude.
Oh, she is a douchebag.
She did, but here's what she had. Her lotion, and it didn't go in the black community because it's not a black scene. It was a can of whoop ash. That's a fucking white redneck.
Yeah.
I'm doing Smack That Ash. Like,
Dude,
so
Jada, if you're listening, that is so lazy and so low energy.
somebody ought to open a can of whoop ass on you. Here's the other thing. Rent a midget. Now let me tell you about this. So I got a friend that's a midget, right? And he is
Which one is it?
his name's Noah.
Oh god.
And
Jesus.
no, I'm serious. Monty, do I not got a midget?
Yeah.
I believe
So-
you. No, I believe you. I'm just
So,
like.
and Noah's great. He's great. But other than St. Patty's and Christmas, that fucker ain't working, and he's struggling. So I thought I'd do something to help the midget community. And I come up with Rent a Midget. And we're going to put a store in the mall. And it's like Build-A-Bear, right? So you show up and we got fucking like 20 naked midgets. Like in a case or something. And then you take them out and you can dress them up. Like Build-A-Bear. Like cowboy hats, firefighters and shit. We got harnesses. You take them with you. You feed them, water them, bring them back, whatever. And he was on board, right? So, but here's what I thought would be great. And I could do this right now and not have to open the store. Is I was going to rent him out, and we would go to like big parties, and I'd be like his handler. Like, he'd fucking try to bite and shit. I'd have a stick. But I was going to take one of those we had to take the disco helmet, and I was going to glue a big bowl on the top of his head, and fill it full of Chex Mix. So when you're at the party and shit, he just walks around, hey, yeah, I'll take some of that. You can do like charcuteries and shit and fucking hors d'oeuvres and have midgets with helmets with fucking bowls on it. Tell me that wouldn't be amazing. It'd be fucking great. So rent a midget and that would be good. And then I also wanted to do, Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So I was going to do one called Cock-a-Con, right? Now, he says he wouldn't do it. I think he's lying.
No.
So you come there and you get to take your picture with the penises of the stars, like Ron Jeremy, Peter North, whatever.
This is porn-con.
Okay, but here's how I imagine it, right? You remember when you go to the fair as a kid, they'd give you that python and you put it around your neck and then take a photo, Polaroid.
Oh God.
So
Jesus.
so that's what they would
Okay.
do. And here's the thing.
Just stick around your neck.
Here's
No
what's
big
great.
deal.
Here's what's great. You don't get a
I've
picture.
only done that like once.
You don't get a picture with Ron Jeremy. It's not about Ron Jeremy. This is Cock-a-Con. I want anybody in this room to honestly say
No, not
that
going
if
there.
you could get a picture with Ron Jeremy's dick,
No.
that you
I
wouldn't.
fucking do it.
Well, you know what? Don't be honest. That's fine.
Look, I appreciate what he's done for the industry.
Listen, I
but
would
he's
be
gross.
easily have me a photo all fucking like I'm a badass,
No, I'm
his
good.
dick over my shoulder, and him just fucking doing something like that. I would
Good.
put that up in the house.
I'm good.
I'm telling you, Cock-a-Con is
No,
huge.
that's not
Like
a
I said,
thing.
I can appreciate what he's done for the industry. He's a fucking king in the industry. Like, absolutely. And I will give him his props all day long, but he's gross.
I was also going to sell.
He's a gross human. And I can't hang out with that.
I was going to also sell coat hangers to pregnant women.
You're so wrong.
Right?
No,
Okay.
see, that's where your mind is because I was going to sell like 50 of them super cheap for their kids' clothes once they had her. I'm glad you guys went somewhere else with it, and shame on every one of you.
With what Steve said.
You won't take a picture with Ron Jeremy's dick, but you'll abort a kid with a coat hanger. You see what happens? You see?
With what Steve said, we want to replace the M word with vertically challenged, and with what they've gone through as again just
Listen,
struggles with the
I had a lady come
community.
out to my show, was so offended about my midget joke. I said, I got a brother that's a damn midget, right? Half brother. And so
Was it your dick that you're talking about? Or?
my dick is nowhere near the size of a midget. What's the level? It's like midget, gnome, dwarf, some shit like that.
No.
I'll
is
tell you
it
how I'm
like-
raising my kids, politically incorrect as hell.
Yeah.
My son honestly says to me, hey, Dad, you tell me, I always want to know, like Noah, does he eat the same food as regular people? I go, what? I'm like, what do you
Noah,
think?
like
he's eating...
from the Ark?
No, like
the
Noah, my
midget's
midget
like
friend.
Noah. Yeah.
Oh,
Do they eat the same food as regular people? Like, I go, to eat glitter and shit? What do you think they're eating, right? But a lady on my bus, she goes, when you say midget, it's very offensive. It's little person. I go, yeah, that's what I want to be called, And she goes, it's like saying the N-word. I go, absolutely not. She goes, it is. Absolutely not. She
No,
goes,
it's not.
I go, I can prove it. And she goes, I'd like to see you prove it. I said, okay, when we get done with this show, me and you are going to go over to the Opry Mills Mall to the food court. It's packed right now. About 300-400 motherfuckers in there.
Oh shit!
And I'm going to stand on top of a table in the middle of the room, and then you stand on the table next to me. And I am going to scream midget at the top of my lungs. You, ma'am. I said, first of all, it's not, I go, anyways, I said, when you scream, you ain't getting the Chili's for fucking egg rolls. I promise you, it ain't the same thing. She just shut up. She's like, I think it is. Well, let's go to the mall, bitch.
okay. Well, let the people speak.
Let the people speak. That's right. But I'm
Okay.
trying to help a midget. You know what I mean?
Was there a mob over either word or like
Oh,
what
you
happened?
would definitely not do that there. Have you been to Opry Mills?
Uh,
I
I
have
wouldn't do that there.
My brother,
many times.
the midget, he called, was it back Thanksgiving money?
Yeah.
He called to inform us all that he was gay. And I said, I don't give a shit. You're my brother. I don't care. It's not going to change anything. I said, I'm just glad you finally came out of the cabinet. That was the oldest. I stole that from fucking 30 years back. That's the oldest damn joke on the planet.
That's a good one though.
Divorced his wife because her hair smelled funny.
I didn't know what to
Yeah,
expect with this guest here, but wow, we went all over the place here.
How many
yeah.
minutes have we went?
I don't know.
We're over. I know we're over. It's fine.
Yep, 37 minutes.
I'll tell you this, though. Of all the shit that was said tonight, I believe the sunburnt penis wins the teddy bear.
That was the best.
that is
Put some-
sharing, that is open and honest.
Put some
Dude,
aloe on there.
I have
Eric.
burnt my titties before
Sharing is
out in the
caring.
ocean in Florida, and just we were like, fuck it. You know what I mean? We're going to be free.
I
And
still suck on
that
those
is
things.
not cool. And I would assume that it's probably pretty close because the tissue's super fucking sensitive and like.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing jeans? Why aren't you in
I'll
fucking
tell you what.
sweatpants
No,
right now?
no
Fuck
offense,
that.
but when I sat down, I thought he's going to do one of two things. He's going to take me fishing, or he's going to sell me an AC unit.
He's a good
He
old
may
boy.
Smoke you some meats.
You're damn near close. He builds
Where do I
gates.
know you from? Because you know where I know you from, but you're not letting me know.
Mr. Eric over
It
here,
has to
like
be rebar.
I met you through.
You think?
I know, but was it at Rebar the last time I was there?
he's that guy
we
that
were at Rebar together.
Yeah.
Probably
Was it during
July.
karaoke?
And you told me that I have what it takes to be a comedian. And I said,
he's the guy that you
You
know.
always say
Fucking
that.
right you do. And I remember you now. Were you there? Did you do comedy? Or we were just, no, you were telling me jokes and shit. I was there with my ex-wife, and we're sitting. Yeah.
You know him on a low key. He's about to tell you some jokes on like a little bit of a higher level, like, oh,
Fuck
hey,
jokes.
what's up? Yeah, fuck jokes. Like he's about to tell you
So,
stories.
so
That's
did
like,
you
what
ever?
you
So
like.
did you ever get into comedy or start writing or doing that shit?
He writes all the time. That's a
Fuck
good
yeah.
I tried to get on
So-
stage, but Monty doesn't let me because I'm not black enough.
thing. No,
No,
that's not
Monty
true.
ain't gonna let you on stage unless
Black
you're a
enough?
five that thinks.
do you see me? I'm an Asian guy acting as a white dude that still tries to pass off some black jokes here and there. Like,
Sir.
I will tell you this, Monty. Tell me if this ain't true.
Okay.
You go out to a Monty Hicks show. This is before
we
his
go.
beautiful, who I just love to death, Heather. But prior to this, if there was some girl in the crowd, he was the king of the 4s and 5s. Like he'd go to a laundromat and just fucking clean up. And so
Jesus Christ.
he would say to these girls, he'd be like, "Oh my God, you're kind of funny. You ever thought about doing comedy?" Next thing I know, we're sitting waiting for 3 fucking girls that he's gonna take in the back, and we got to sit there and listen to him do nothing while he fucking laughs for him, just like, "Oh my God, you're amazing." And I've done probably for Monty, I've probably did 200 shows for him. He has never once paid me.
Because
How
no.
have
Okay.
we not met? How have I
No.
not met
Okay,
him before?
but here's what happened.
I have.
He gave
tried
me.
to.
He was given envelopes to all the comics, right? So he gives me an envelope. I get out to my car and
it's
there's
like a voucher for
No.
the Waffle House.
He's like, "Here's everybody's pay, right?" So I get out to my car and I open my envelope and there's nothing in it. So I go back in. I go, "Monty, there's nothing in my envelope."
going on?
And you know what he says? He goes, "Some people didn't even get envelopes."
Your name's on it.
So what I started doing later on, when I started doing the bus and doing shows on the road, anytime I do one of his shows, and I'm just joking, he's offered to pay me every fucking time. He takes care of his people. But every time I would say what?
Give it to somebody else.
I go give it to one of the younger comics, give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
None of those people ever got that fucking money.
They all have.
They ain't fucking got a dime.
Monty, did this teach
But
you
is that
to
not the right thing to do? Once you make it and you're doing comedy and making money
Yeah.
as a regular basis,
For sure.
throw these guys some gas money or something. You don't fucking do a dime to
I
it.
do.
Did Steve get? Did Steve get stage time?
He always gets stage time.
Shit.
Always.
Okay.
I can't stand him. All right.
I always go over though.
No, but you're worth listening to.
No, but if you're in storyteller mode, like it's hard not to go over because like you have to finish.
Yeah.
But like it's all the details in the middle to get to the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it is what it is.
I will be-
like, fuck it.
Of all the things joking tonight, I will be completely honest, no embellishment for about 30 seconds because that's all I got. That's all I got.
Here
in
we
me.
go. 30 seconds about.
I am absolutely addicted to watching somebody laugh, smile. It is like meth, and I have no idea. I've never done any of those kind of drugs, but honest to God, I've never have. But it is just absolutely. And then when I started doing shows, like I did 380 shows last year, and every once in a while my boss will call me, got an email. This woman and her husband came and rode your bus. They were from Wisconsin, and 6 months ago their son committed suicide, and they just wanted me to know that you taught him how to laugh again.
Oh,
Fucking
dude.
cry all the way home.
Right.
And I just, and so
Where's
when that's
Steve and Martha?
when that started happening, I've always said, and I'll say it here and every time I can, I am completely humble about the fact every talent that I have was God given. I can't take credit for any of it. And so when these people have a message that reaches them, I always say, God's the Indian, I'm just the canoe, right? And Monty goes, yeah, but he's got to bail his canoe out on a regular basis. But that's my serious
just
moment.
The vessel, man.
That's my serious moment.
Bring in the light.
I can't, to me, laughter is biblical. Make a joyful noise.
Yeah.
So I love it, man.
There you
I
go.
love it.
Eric, what are your thoughts on laughter? Just
Right now, don't ask him that right now. No.
Oh, Lord.
Don't I seem
Shauna.
like I'm laughing at you?
Like, that's a next week conversation. We're going to leave Eric alone.
Okay.
Leave Eric alone.
We can talk about laughter.
Eric
Do we
needs
follow
a
each other on
moment.
Facebook and shit?
Eric needs
Let's
a
do
moment.
that, because I'm going to keep
Mike's not
encouraging you to get on stage at
Yeah.
least once.
I'd
Once
invite
you do
you
it,
out-
you'll
I'd
be
invite you out
hooked.
to the boat.
You'll be hooked.
With my TAing, it
Are you out
depends
of
on.
Elmdale? Do you know Jason James? He's got the little party hut thing out there. He does the rentals. He does all the promoting for all the big wrestlers here in Nashville. He goes out to, the reason I said that, he goes out to Rebar a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
How
think
am I not
you know.
you? I'm tripping out that we haven't met yet.
Well, I am thankful
the
for the
bus all the
invite.
time.
I've enjoyed
Oh,
it.
is he?
I've really enjoyed it.
Right on.
But did you?
I'll tell you a big show I got coming up, and I just booked this. He's going up December 28th. He's doing all my shows.
He would love to do that.
December 28th, we're
Can
in
you get
April.
materials ready?
Okay, no.
Next show's December. Great.
no,
But-
No,
we'll
but
get you on
then,
before that.
hey,
We're-
You can do stuff before that, but like, why
Eric,
do you do it?
He wants me
So-
to go ice fishing.
Commitment.
You like to go ice
You're gonna
fishing?
Put in a commitment.
I'm not going
Oh,
to
he
my
wants
knock
to
knock
try.
jokes. I got
So,
other jokes. Don't worry.
I got a call
Good.
last week. My dad, 6 years ago, the last show he did at the Little Falls Ballroom. It's this historic theater right just north of Minneapolis.
Cool.
And that was his very last show that he did. And he passed away the next day on December 28th. So they called me and they said, we want you to do the last stage your dad was on December 28th this year. And because I was up there this year in January and February and sold out everywhere. And to be humble, I'm a big fish in a little pond up there because they know my dad. It's my old hometown. But they said we could probably put 700 people in here. We're going to start selling tickets now. And they've already sold like 200, 300. So now they're thinking about doing a second show that same night, just like they did at the Jackson, just change the crowd out.
Yeah.
And but I
Where's
told
this
Monty
at?
up in north or central Minnesota.
In
So
the
I'm,
middle of winter?
yeah, so check this out. So I'm taking Monty up there with me. He's
I'm
going
like,
to do all
fuck,
my
I
shows.
want to go. And I'm like, oh my God, well, we're going to get
And check this out. I go, I'm at
Hold
Rebar, and I go, Monty. I said, I got all these shows. I got 12 shows in January and February. I got the show in December. I said, I'm gonna buy your airplane tickets. I want to take you up. He's like, okay, but let me ask you something. Like, are we getting paid?
That is paid, motherfucker.
And I go,
Fucking go.
I
Stop being
go,
an
Monty.
asshole.
I go, Monty. You see this? That fucking pays. I don't know who you've worked with in the past. Might have been a little darker than me. It didn't fucking pay you, but I pay. And he goes, okay, cool. And I was like, and I go, and how about this? How about I pay you before you even get on the airplane?
There you go.
He goes, yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just invited you. You think I'm going to put you on a plane and fly you somewhere and not pay you?
Hey, as a professional, you got to
But
pay
part of
first.
the deal is he has to go ice fishing with me.
No, I'm not.
No, yes, you are.
Fucking
yes,
right
you
he is.
are.
Hold on. It's
Dude,
it's Minnesota.
But I'll tell you what's scary, and I got
I just
videos
wanna
I'll
go
show
and
you after the
watch.
podcast when we're
Can I
done.
just watch? I'll just be a bystander. in
This year I wanted to go ice fishing so bad. Now usually you fish on 3 feet of ice, right? You can drive trucks out there, whatever.
Right.
So this year, Minnesota, for the first time in the history of Minnesota, didn't get any snow. Craziness. That 14, 15.
But we did.
Yeah. So, and that's in February, Wisconsin got a tornado for the first time in the recorded history of their state in February, in this month of February. But I wanted to go ice fishing, right? So I was the only motherfucker on the lake. Like, I got videos. I'm like, I'm out here by myself, right? And there ain't fucking nobody nowhere. And I'm fishing on 8 inches of ice.
Oh no.
And about 100 yards from me on my video is ducks swimming where it didn't freeze all the way to the center.
You're out of your mind.
And I'm standing
Are
there.
you in a boat?
No.
Exactly. He's out of his mind. Why
So-
would you ask me to do this?
And
no.
on the video, I'm like, after the 2 years of divorce that I went through and all the pain and fucking all that shit,
This is
I'm out on this lake going, if this fucking breaks, that ain't too bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
This is
but
funny.
I'll show you this guy's video too because I really enjoy this video. So when you're out on the lake it sounds like thunder in the ice. Bow. It's this weird noise, right? Echoes and shit. But if you ever put an ice cube in a drink and it starts cracking,
Yes.
the reason it's doing that is it's actually trying to make more ice, right? So the lake is constantly making more ice. So, but I got one where I'm on the ice and it goes, and they'll leave cracks like in the ice when it goes by you. I've never had this happen in all the years I've ice fished. It goes pew, 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 and went right by me, and it sounded like thunder, and the ice cracked under my feet. I got it on video, and then my where I'm fishing, 8 inches of ice, all the water went and just disappeared,
Oh God.
and then came back up, and I was like, well, fuck, you know.
He said,
So
"Yo,
then,
release
so then
mine.
the
Let's go."
next day, the guy that's taking me out, the guide, who's like a dad to me, and he's awesome. His name's Maury, and he's out there, right? I got him on video. And I'm going, well, we're going to test the ice before we drive a 6x6 or side-by-side out there. And I got a video. He's off in the distance with a rock, and he's going and throwing it down. So he comes back over. I'll show you the video. So he comes back over, and I go, Maury, let me ask you
That's how
something.
he tested it.
I go, let me ask you
Tested
something.
it, like-
I said, I don't know how hard you threw that rock. I couldn't gauge it from the distance you were
The
at.
Incredible Hulk.
I go, but that thing weighs 3,000 pounds. So I don't know how heavy the rock was. But if you think that you checked the ice for a 3,000-pound deal by throwing a rock, I don't think you did. And what do? I said, fuck it, let's go. And I got on there, and we drove out about 20 feet. We're in 32 feet of water. And it started giving away under the 6x6.
Oh my God, I would have a heart attack.
And we had to
I would
slowly
literally fucking
back
freak out.
up. And his son
I'm
got
like,
off of it, and
That
he
would
walked
be
up
the
to the
thing.
edge where the water was. And we slowly back up. And I'm just having a blast when I'm out there. And I'm filming. I go, no, let's drill right here, you know? And they're like, no, we got to get off here, you know? And it's like, and we drive back, and I'm filming. I go, folks, you got to live a little bit. And I go, after the year I just had, like if this goes in, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
And but I caught one of the biggest fish I ever caught, and just had an absolute blast out there. And so I'm going to take him out there. This next year it'll be.
Y'all
I'll
never
tell you how
see me
strong.
again.
I'll tell you how strong.
No.
I'll tell you how strong the
You're
ice is.
fine.
When the ice is at 3 feet, they do a contest up there every year in January, and they put 10,000 people go out on that lake, right? Well, before this, they go out there with augers and drill holes. And so if you ever look at the picture of the Brainerd JC's ice tournament, it's just a solid lake of little holes, like every 7 or 8 inches, or not every 7 feet. And they're out there fishing, and I'm like, they got trucks out there, stages, all kinds of stuff, right? And I love the competition. If we ever get a chance, I'll take you up there.
Let's go for that
It's
session.
500 prizes, but it's so cool because first place is a pickup truck, 17th place is a pickup truck,
What?
150th place. So when you take
There's
your
another pickup truck.
so when you take your fish up there, you might be number 2, and then somebody else brings, and you move up and down the graph, but it don't mean nothing because and the smallest fish is 10 grand.
What?
So it's so cool because all through the tournament, if you get a fish in, you could get 4-wheelers, you could get all kinds of stuff. So it's not like you bring your fish in and you got all these people in front of you that had bigger fish, and you're like, I don't get nothing. It's super cool. But that's how many people they can put out there. On 2 inches of pure ice, they drug a locomotive across Serpent Lake in Crosby, Minnesota to show how strong ice was. They had an old locomotive that was in the park, and they hooked onto it with trucks. 2 inches of pure ice, and they drug it across. Where people go in is it's called honeycomb ice. It's where it freezes, and then it snows, and it doesn't really get that cold. Then it freezes again, and now you got ice that's like those wafer sandwiches, those little wafer sticks. And once it cracks, it's like Japanese when they hit the thing and all the boards break, which is totally bullshit.
Eric,
But-
if you're not doing anything for this ice fishing tournament right here, like, can we
Why
go?
don't you go
Like,
up there with us?
See, he would love it. He would love
fuck
it.
yeah.
Sounds awesome.
They pick up my cabin, they take care of my car,
What kind
food,
of fish are up there?
everything. Muskies, northern.
Pike, muskies, like,
Oh, they're great. Yeah. We do fish fries right there on the lake. Yeah.
Well,
it's
on the
delicious.
lake, you build a fire on the lake.
Mhm.
This black guy ain't going to do
I
it.
tell you what's really cool is you drill about 2 or 3 holes right next to each other and you just drill down a little bit and you put all your beers in there. Yeah.
Genius.
Yep. So, but I just want to live life, man. I got to pay my taxes so I can get my passport.
Yeah,
I'm thinking if there's one person you guys should let out of this fucking country, it's probably me. You know, and I'm going to pay all my taxes. But
They should
What-
want out.
all I got to do is start a payment plan, and then I get my passport. I want to see the world. You know what I mean? I've been to a couple places, Canada. I've been to Guam, Saipan, the Virgin Islands, all that shit. I just want to go, I want to go stand in front of some shit that I've seen in a book and go, that's pretty cool. So, other than that, man.
It's a good goal.
There we go. That's
we're
another episode.
9:37.
You know
Like,
what you want?
I like your shirt, Monty. I didn't know Perina was in the clothing business. I went to that same garage sale. I think anybody's going to buy that shirt. I'm sitting here in a hoodie with oil stains on it.
Oh, I love it. All right. Well, there's Steve's stories for you. Are you still awake over there?
Let's do another episode where I don't talk.
Yeah, right.
Or let's just redo that one.
Yeah,
We did
they're
a
redos.
podcast at the Rusty Nail one night. And there was everybody was supposed to be this round table. Well, before I got there, I was eating edibles, mushrooms, I'd smoked, right? And so I get there. I'll tell you how my brain works with my anxieties. Before my shows, every show on the bus, I'll smoke 2 or 3 blunts. I'll eat mushrooms, and then I stopped because it was getting a little too crazy. But I'd have vodka Red Bull that I would sip on the whole time. I'd get to the break, I'd smoke more, eat more mushrooms, edibles. Do I not?
Yep.
And it just puts me, and I can just do a 2-hour show right on the money. But can't fucking do that shit all the time.
Eric is taking notes mentally. I know it.
Here we are. Yeah, Eric with them.
He's going to do it.
Are hilarious.
Yeah, to the edge off.
You know what they say, less is more? He just fucking dropped the burnt penis joke and just fucking stepped back. Why say any more when you've said all you need to say? I spent 30 minutes trying to beat that.
Did it bring out freckles?
Please tell me that actually happened.
Freckles on the mushroom.
So you're dating, right? Dating apps? Is that why you're
I
tanning?
just started it today because I just
How long have you been single?
a year
So I'm assuming it's been a year.
for what?
Since you
Sex.
scrambled some eggs or
Since somebody sauteed your mushroom, like,
Sauteed the mushroom. Oh my god.
you don't have to say. All I'm saying is I'm on the same boat. Like I didn't ever think I would dye my beard and shit. And then it's 2 years and I'm like,
Nothing.
I hear you, Eric. What's been your experience with the whole Tinder side of things? Like,
I've never
He
gone on a
just-
Tinder date in my life.
I just signed up this morning. Fuck. Give the man a second. Shit.
I was on it,
Bumble.
years and years
He wouldn't
back.
even
He might not
here
even be
right
in the
now.
algorithm
Like,
yet.
he wouldn't even be here.
Okay, I need the women's opinion.
Bumble.
True opinion.
Hinge.
Because I don't go fucking Joey Fatone or nothing. But I'll dime it a little bit and there'll still be a little salt and pepper or whatever. But I had this one girl, she's like, you dye your beard, that's fucking creepy.
It is creepy.
And I
Just
go,
leave it natural.
Wow.
Yeah,
Die?
diet.
okay, good.
Leave it natural.
All right.
Really?
Is it?
I'll
Just like just like dudes.
But
like,
I have been doing
Right,
the clippers this way.
Right
So it's
here,
like
too.
yours, so it don't stick up
even though
crazy
like
everywhere.
girls are super insecure about their bodies, but you like natural girls, right?
Right.
Men like natural women.
Oh.
Like we all know that they're not fucking tens in a fucking magazine. That's not real shit.
Should be.
Hey, girls. We're
I
not.
kind of feel like you've knocked me down a little bit. Fuck.
No, but
I mean, you guys obviously ain't tens.
Dude, that's not what I'm saying. The reality of dating is that nobody's a fucking 10. Like, that's not what's gonna happen.
Hey,
But
I
to
don't
not.
date.
When I dye my beard, I get pretty fucking close.
hey, girls. You don't have to dye your hair, but if we have to touch up your roots every now and then with the black hair, how come guys are
Guys
fucking creepy for
totally
doing the same
can.
thing with the
Dude,
fucking
I do it
roots?
because I like
good
it.
luck.
That it's for
No,
me, and
there's
if
nobody
he likes
fucking
that, then that's for him.
buys all
I'm
layers.
okay with
That
that.
way I know they're
But it's not a necessity.
Yeah, but that and nobody also sits there in the gas station and lights them up and burns them up.
Ladies, you heard it here. You don't have
Well, I
to.
appreciate that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go with
Seriously.
You can keep your
that.
roots
What about
gray.
his is fucking amazing.
Whose?
Yours.
What?
You need to be in a book.
like a fucking book of beers. Fearing.
It's like Facebook where the guy comes on there and he's like squatch soap or whatever. He's like, be a man, cow, you know. It's like Viagra. It starts out and the guy's fucking in the storm. It's raining and shit. He can't get his dick up. And he takes Viagra, and the next scene he's throwing footballs through tires and shit. Like all the subliminal messages. You know what I mean? javelin, whatever.
That's
But-
fucking right.
Your
I
beard's
thought it made-
amazing.
I thought it made you want to go like take a run when I first saw that.
Do you know how they named Cialis? The guy that invented that, I read the story. He had a wife that was named Alice, and she told him he'll never gonna get his dick up.
See
And
Alice.
he finally got his dick up. He's like, "See Alice? See?"
See Alice.